One really tricky thing for bowlers in indoor cricket is that it only really takes a couple of balls for it to feel like the run rate's spinning out of control. Just a couple of boundaries from the batsman, a wide ball here and there, the run rate soars above 10 and immediately you feel like you're playing catch up. The scoreboard pressure can have a big effect. It causes bowlers often to try a little bit too hard. This makes the line and length even more wayward. Things can slip from bad to worse very quickly. Now, it might seem all doom and gloom for the bowlers so far, but if you can get into a rhythm, good line and length can really get you back into this match. Now, Godalming Cricket Club's Charlie Hayne provided an excellent example of this. Now, it took him a couple of balls to get going. It was a big swing inside the Guildford indoor hall. But as soon as he managed to control this, every single ball was beginning to ask questions of the batsman. Now you can see instead of an easy deflection for Sajid Mohammed and leg or offside, he now has to try and force a shot. This is causing a lot of hesitation and doubt. And as we can see, Charlie gets a couple of deserved wickets from his consistency here. And in his footsteps, Meliela's followed. Now we found on the evening of this footage was recorded, 6 out of 18 wickets to fall in the entire evening came from these good length balls just outside off stump, areas where the batsmen aren't sure whether to grope forwards or crab back. We found a lot of nicks off, a lot of draggers onto the stumps. It's an incredibly good area to bowl and a successful one too. You are going to have to move that cricket ball though, just be aware of becoming a bit too predictable. Here are just a few examples of what happens if you let a batsman free their arms a little too often. Be ready for that ball to be coming back to you at some pace. Last example here is from the very first ball of Godalming's innings. Now, the real indoor cricket bowling masters will have not just a stop ball, but at least one or two other variations to keep the batsmen on their toes. This is what Sajid Mohammed of Guildford City does expertly. Now, as we can see, Sajid's initial stop ball is just like many of the others, an outswinger, drawing the batsman across the crease, hoping for a little nick off. But his true class is shown as soon as he sees the batsmen are getting into a rhythm. Here we see an immediate change up, a ball angled into the body. Here's another one, traps the batsman on the crease. Now they're not exactly sure where the ball's going to be. They realise that there could be a huge variance. The effort to combat that is to come down the wicket, and then we see another immediate change of length. He's got answers for every single response here, Saj. Now, it's often said that indoor cricket isn't a spin bowler's game, but this could not be further the truth. We pictured Zishan at AZ Sports here to just demonstrate what exactly a quality spin bowler can bring to your indoor side. These constant, very subtle variations got the Chobham batsmen in all sorts of trouble. Initially stuck in a crease, then deciding the only option was to charge down the wicket and lash out. A tactic that might get 1 or 2 balls away for 6, but was always going to end into trouble. Eventually pressure does take its toll and Zishan picks up a second wicket. Very well deserved for his tactical nous there. One warning I would give to all batsmen in the indoor league: never underestimate the slower bowler in this format. Finally, if you do have a little bit of pace, then you might just be able to get some life by digging the ball in short. Here we have a good example of Godalming's Hernan Stowe. Had a little bit of joy getting the ball into the back of a length area. The effect this had was pinning their opponent's batsman on the crease. This gave them just a little bit more margin for error, as you can see, static on the crease, having to force their shots.
That's over.
And then eventually the pressure told, a little edge behind. Or of course you can use the short balls as a surprise. Here's Alex Zorn very skillfully using 2 balls underneath the bat and some body ball straight into the ribcage.